Okay, so I have assembled the Woburn, and I would like to show you the size difference. Let me zoom in here for a second. You can see I put some balsa chips. Well, I made them look like rocks. It wasn't even chips, I just cut up strips. And he's going to be a little bit taller than he is out of the box. I just honestly wanted to make it a little bit taller. Why not? The original Azhag, who I think is like, well, not original, I think that's the second one. I think this is, I could be wrong, but there might even be more than two. I know there's one before this that I don't have. This one's from like 95. I was looking at I have an extra one in the box still, and it says it was made in 00, but I think they're still producing that one for $50, even though it was like $40 back in the day. Yeah, not one of my more spectacular paint jobs, but it's old, hey. The newer Wyvern that comes with just a war boss is to scale with the current Azhag. It looks okay with the old one too. I never really have had anything other than that one painted yet. Sorry. But, and again, I apologize for this being in the metal form. He's looking off to the side that way, which is kind of, I had wanted to position him so he could kind of face the enemy, and unfortunately it didn't work too good. Now, let me switch off this light, and I'm going to get in for the down and dirty. What's going on with the seams? The only seam that I can complain about, and I'm trying to get it in there, is that neck seam. You see the wings have a little seam? That's really because I knocked this over and had to re-glue it, and just kind of rushed through it and figured I was already going to have to get out the green stuff. But this neck, and here, let me move the other one out of the way so I could lift this one up. It has sort of some what do they call them? Or pecs, your breast muscles. You see that seam? I did my best. I really did. And it has a gap, not just a seam, but there's a gap in that bottom. So it's going to need filled pretty good. And I'm not complaining because it is a huge chunk of metal. I don't know what it really weighs. See a little bit of gap around the leg. Again, that's probably my fault. I think that I really didn't fiddle with that leg too much. The tail only has a gap on one side, and again, I didn't fiddle with it a whole bunch. The gap under this plate is it lines up with where he appears to be kind of pierced with some sort of rings that hold that gut plate on. So the rings at least lined up, and I think that you're not really going to be able to see that gap when it's painted. And last but not least, let me put the rider on for you. He is ridiculously heavy himself, and he doesn't have the flag attached yet. Let me see if I can do this without knocking him over. There we go. Zoom back. Sorry, that's not going to really be in focus. And once again, I made this one a little taller. It's probably ½ inch taller than it should be. So you can see roughly what the replacement is. Woo! Can't hurt old Azhag. And this one is actually, at least for now, I'm gonna keep him magnetized. Yeah, there's a nipple that goes down in there, but it's not any support, and I didn't magnetize the base because I know that's just pointless with how heavy he is. But his head's magnetized. We'll just take him off. Magnetize the head so I can take it off for painting, and this hand, because there's a chain that attaches to his hand. I could have just pinned it, but I didn't feel like messing with the Dremel a whole bunch, and it had a little thing you could cut off to put the magnet already on there where the hand goes in. So, yeah, there's Azhag himself. Not really gonna fit a long ways, but he's got a few trophies, some obligatory Games Workshop skulls. And you see there's how big the head is. Now let's see if I can put it back on. One-handed. Oh, am I gonna take the hand off too? No, the hand went back. The beauty of magnets. Well, usually the beauty of magnets is that they go together real easy. There we go. But even his head is ridiculously heavy. So, yeah. I'd say it's a pretty dang nice kit. Pretty dang expensive. But, all in all, it's... let's pick it up here. That's probably 3 pounds. Maybe 4. Another half a pound. So, just think, if it's 4.5, 5 pounds is $100, that's $20 per pound. How much money are you worth if you were a Games Workshop Mini?